Hey guys, welcome to another MasterThatRiff lesson. Today we're going to be looking at Peacemaker Die from Three Sides. Last year, of course, I was doing some riffs from Three Sides to Every Story because it was the 30th anniversary, so I ran out of time to do kind of some extra riffs. But Peacemaker Die is an awesome riff, so I thought we'd have a look at it to play it. So tuning wise, I'm a half step down as usual because it's extreme. It's Nuno. I've got E to E flat, A to A flat, D to D flat, G to G flat, B to B flat, and then that E to E flat at the top. Okay. So the song actually starts with this really cool bit of kind of harmony at the start. And what I'm doing here is I'm kind of rolling back in the volume. Still got a kind of gain tone, but I've got to kind of roll back in the volume to make it a bit kind of cleaner. And I'm going to play this with fingers. And what Nuno's doing here is he's kind of descending down this cool bit of harmony, starting from an E. So when I'm going to play this here is I'm thinking of like an E triad on the G, B and E strings. So I'm barring at the 4th fret on the G, B and E strings. My second finger is playing 5th fret of that B string there. And then I'm going to play 7th fret of the A string there for the root note. And I'm plucking the A, G, B and E strings. Yeah. Then he plays this little inverted B major chord, so that's your 3rd in the bass there. And what I'm doing here is 4th fret that G string with the 1st finger, 7th fret the B string with the 4th finger, and my 3rd finger plays 3rd on that 6th fret of the A string there. So you can see I've just descended down like a half step. And I play that kind of with staccato feel, kind of 2, so it kind of goes like this. And then we play this chord, Stevie Wonder chord. So what I'm playing here is basically an E with D in the bass. So I've got that E triad that we started with, banging across the 4th fret. I'm using my 3rd finger now to play 5th fret the B string, and then my middle finger is going to play that D bass note. Yeah. So that's your kind of first 3 chords. So you've got this E, and the 2 stabs of the inverted B chord, and then I play the E with the D in the bass. Then I'm going to go down and play the same shape that we did for the B, but down here for an A. So it's like an A with C sharp in the bass. Some 2nd fret G string, 5th fret the B, and then my 3rd fret, 3rd finger is the 4th fret that A string there. And then I play a D with the C in the bass. So it's basically that guy we had here down 2 frets. So I'm banging at the 2nd fret with the 1st finger there across the G, B and E strings. My 3rd finger is at the 3rd fret of the B, and then my middle finger is at the 3rd fret of that A string there. So that kind of whole bit together comes like this. We've got our B, then E with D in the bass. Then we've got our A with C sharp in the bass, and then our D with C in the bass. Now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take my fingers off, keep my 3rd finger on, play that bass note of the 3rd fret of the A string there, C, and play this little kind of C sus2 thing. So I'm playing like, well, it's more like a kind of, like a power chord actually. It's root and a 5th, so I've got my root note, open G string, there's a 5th and a G in the top. Yeah, so I'm playing the 3rd fret A, open G string, 3rd fret E string. Again, a couple little 16ths here, so it's da da. Then I'm going to play, yeah, so I'm playing 2nd fret the A string here, 1st fret the G string, so it's kind of like an E. Yeah. And then I'm going to slide that up 2 frets, 3rd fret of the G, 4th fret of the A. And then we'll play the high E string, and then the B string. The rhythm of this bit there here is you've got, and this B string 16th is really quick. And then I'm going to play a B chord here. Now this is quite a tricky change to get into. So what I'm doing here is I'm playing my 2nd fret of the A string with the 1st finger. Personally, I like to bar with my 4th finger here. Otherwise, if I bar my 3rd finger, I'm going to catch this high E string. But I'm barring across the D, G and B strings there with the 4th finger. And I play the bass note, the 2nd fret the A string. And then I'm going to play 4th fret the B and open E string. Then I do the bass note again. And then I play the G and the B strings this time. Yeah, so that little bit kind of goes... So that's your kind of whole little intro sequence. Now I think in the recording, it's tricky to get from this into the riff, so I think that's, you know, kind of 2 separate tracks. Live, you'll see that Nuno plays something completely different. He kind of plays something along with that harmony, but he's using power chords and stuff. But that's how you would do it in the recording. So let's get stuck into the main riff. So whereas that little intro was kind of in E major, we're now in A. And we're going to start with this as our first bar. So the key thing about this riff is really funky, it's really groovy, and it's all to do with these kind of cut short notes, these staccato notes. So our first pair of notes here is the open A string. Then I'm going to play 7th fret the D string, but it's staccato, it's cut short, like that. Then what I'm going to do is play 7/5 pull off, 7 to 5 on that D string, and then 7 in the A string. Again, the 7th fret, the A string, kind of pan muted and cut short. Yeah. Then I'm going to play 5th fret of the G string here. I'm going to put a little bend on it, like a quarter step bend. Then I'm going to play 7, and then open D string with a kind of pan mute, kind of staccato feel. Then I'm going to hammer 5 to 7 on that D string there. So all that slowly kind of goes like this. Yeah. Now we're sustaining into the next bar here. I hit that 7th fret again on the end of beat 1 in the next bar, so it kind of, again, it's a staccato offbeat kind of feel. Then I'm going to play something 7/5 on the D string. Then I'm going to play 7/5 on the A string with pan mutes. Then I'm going to play 3rd fret that A string twice. Again, cut short notes. Yeah. Then I'm going to play 5/3 on that A string, 16ths to an A power chord. Okay, so that bar kind of goes, so it's 1 and. When you put it together with the first bar, it sounds like this. Yeah, so it's that kind of feel to it. So you have these kind of staccato feels to give you the kind of groove. Yeah. Now that A power chord sustains to the next bar, and you're kind of playing an A string before you get back into that again. So the way to think about it when we first started was like a 1 and 1 and. This is kind of going to be like a, if you think of a rhythm of a da-da-da, you're going to do the da-da. So it's like that, quick back into the 7th fret, and of course that's muted or cut short staccato. All the same as before. Then I'm going to do 5/7 in the G string. Again, cut short, so it's staccato feel. Then I'm going to do a bend up and down on that 7th fret of the G string. Pull off to the 5th fret there on that G string, and then 7th fret of the D string. Yeah, so that bar kind of goes. Yeah. Then we have our little kind of cool run bar here. So what I'm going to do here is I play 7 again on that A string, but these notes are kind of like T-up notes, so it's like da 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 da. So what I'm doing here is I play 7 on that D string, and I do a pull off 7/5, and then 7 on that A string, and that's a triplet, 16th note triplet. Yeah. But how I'm going to end this is 3rd fret in the A string, so you've got to jump down like that. Yeah. And once I get down to here, I play that 3rd fret again, and then I do a pull off 5/3/0, so it's like 3, 5/3/0 pull off, and then I end it by 3rd fret in the E string there. And then the final little triplet is 3/4/5 in the C string, and then 3rd fret of the A string with a bend. Yeah, so that whole bar slowly kind of goes like this. Yeah, quicker. Yeah, and then once you've done this bend, we basically go back to our kind of first bar of the riff where we have this. But we have a little variation this time. We would play 7 on the A string twice. Yeah. Then I'm going to do a bend 5th fret in the G string. I bend it up, and then the second time I hit it, so it's 2/8. You've got that, that. I'm aiming for this kind of pinch harmonic there. Like a kind of 2 octaves and a kind of G thing. Then I do 7 as before, 7 pan mute D, and then hammer 5/7 there. So that bar kind of goes like this. Then everything after this is pretty much the same. So So when we get to our A power chord this time, instead of letting it ring, I hit it, and then I'm going to very quickly take my 4th finger and play a little double stop at the 5th fret of the B and A strings there. Yeah, so that can be quite tricky. Just kind of jumping across the strings there, but you can give it practice. Yeah. Then there's a little noise, but basically we're again leading with a 16 into our bar like we did before. So it's like, then we have our 5/7 and a little bend pull off, just like we did before. And then we end it off. There's a little kind of noise here to move us into position. And I'm going to play this little dyad here of 9th fret the G string and then 8th fret the B string. I'm using my 3rd and 2nd fingers for this. And that's kind of like, you hit it 3 times. And I'm going to pull off to a bar at the 7th fret on that G and B strings there. Then I'm going to play the D string pan muted twice. And then I'm going to take this double stop that I'm playing at the 7th fret, the G and B strings. I'm going to play that 4 times, so like a 3E and a. Then I play without the pan mute, slide 7th to 5th fret with that bar, and then hit the note, those 2 strings twice. Yeah, so that kind of bar goes. So let me play through the whole thing slowly. Sounds like this. Okay, so watch out for that little pinch there. Yeah, I kind of missed it when I did it that time, but it's a good little bit kind of contrast. So this is an awesome riff, and it's all about this groove because of the notes that are cut short. It's the space that gives things the groove. So this is a really, really kind of good riff for this. So that's it, guys. Hope you enjoy that. If you want access to the PDF tab for this, or the animated tab, or basically the kind of guitar profile I've got for this, come on over to the Patreon group and you'll get access to that. The PDF tab is free, and the animated tab and stuff is available for Patreons for as little as £1, just over $1 a month pretty much. But you've got access to those other things on there. Obviously got the Helix patch that I created for this as well, and you've got kind of tone tips and how I came up with the sound. And you'll also get access to jam tracks and various other materials for all of the lessons and things that you'll see on YouTube. You can see all that in the Patreon. If you're on Facebook or Instagram, you can follow me there. And if this is your first time here, if you like what you see, you want to see more riffs, or you want to check out the channel and find other Nuno riffs I've got in there, hit the subscribe button and hit that notification bell as well, and you'll be kept up to date with any uploads I do. So have fun with that, guys. We'll see you soon.